Welcome back to What You Missed, a video game news show where I discuss articles that occurred within days to a week ago that you may have missed that are important to the video game industry and possibly to you. So it seems the rumors and all the talks about, hey, you should wait to buy Call of Duty 4 Remastered and you shouldn't buy Infinite Warfare just to get COD Remastered might have been right after all. As I said before, there was a rumor that was going around. Call of Duty Warfare Remastered standalone rumored to be coming after all. That's Modern Warfare Remastered, that's COD 4, and there was a picture shown of a sealed disc and someone was holding it and they took a picture of it and they showed that it was indeed an actual game. But we all knew that Photoshops were pretty ridiculous, and so anything can be possible these days. With that said, there was an updated article released by IGN as well, talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered standalone PS4 release confirmed out next week. Now, I'm not entirely sure why it would just be PlayStation 4, but you can buy it June 27th for the PS4, and the price is $40, which will include the full campaign and its original 16 base maps. That is not the DLC, that's not the donation that you can do to get a couple skins for, I believe, soldiers or the military or veterans or something like that. I don't know right off the top of my head, but I know they have a little thing where you can donate and get some skins, so it doesn't come with that either. But with that said, I find it extremely weird that it's not coming out on the Xbox One. I don't think we can hold out hopes for it coming out on the Nintendo Switch either, but that would be cool, maybe. I don't know. Maybe people would like local multiplayer on that, or to be able to take it to Starbucks and brag people. Whatever, man. Whatever you like to do with your Nintendo Switch. Anyways, the game was only previously available with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Special Editions, and now it can be both physically purchased digitally and physically on the PS4 June 27th, again for $40. While initially only available on PS4 as a standalone release, for other platforms it will follow sometime in the future. That's what this article is saying, but it's not exactly a quote from anyone, so I'm not entirely sure why. Why, man? This is really weird. When you have a multi-plat like this, and it's not like it's not already there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they can't separate the game from Infinite Warfare. I mean, my lord, have mercy here that it's just a menu system. When you boot up the game and it's on Infinite Warfare, it's just a menu system. You pick whichever game you want on the Xbox One. I'm pretty sure it works the same way on the PS4. So it's really strange to see this, that I guess there's apparently a community celebration that will include XP events, in-game giveaways, and new summer-themed maps for Modern Warfare Remastered, new gear, and more stuff like that. They've taken the old game, they remastered it, so you have the base game, but you also have things that will allow you to update, like your character. You can get aesthetics, you can get like blood on his face and stuff like that. You can get a gas mask, you can decorate him any way you want. So when you're a sniper, you don't have to always be wearing that ghillie suit. You can change your character around to look a little bit different. Kind of like Halo, but not really. It still takes an extremely large amount of gameplay to unlock a lot of these things. I play a lot of Call of Duty, and I'll tell you right now, I've only unlocked a few weapon skins, a couple kits, and a few customizations. I'm already a prestige. I mean, I don't necessarily play it excessively. When it first came out, I was able to prestige in 1 month, but I mean, you know, that's just casual playing a couple days a week where I played for a few hours. So I think that's what the multitude of people would be doing, and it's nice that they're adding in these things where you can use these points that you get from playing matches to unlock unique customizations. But at the end of the day, I'm still confused why it's not launching at the same time on the Xbox One as a standalone release. Again, if you really want it for the Xbox One, just buy Infinite Warfare and you'll get it with the remastered. You get proper version. But, you know, that's something you have to take into account and context for. Do you really want to keep Infinite Warfare and not be able to trade in your remastered Call of Duty? So if that being the case, then you're probably going to have to wait until it becomes a standalone release on Xbox One. Which, why is it not? I don't understand that. It's coming out on PS4 as It's the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time. So I've got another story for you though, and I think this is kind of important too, and it goes with the PlayStation theme of today's news. PlayStation 4 grabs the NPD'S top spot for May 2017. Now that is just a place that calculates the sales, so here we go. The Nintendo Switch was one of the top selling consoles for April 2017. As I did a story before, I thought it was unique and interesting that the Nintendo Switch was selling so much more than the PlayStation 4. But I had said that most people already bought their PlayStation 4s, as the Switch is newer and the PlayStation 4 has been out for a hot minute. There is a primary catalyst for hardware spending games over the same period of last year. In its release, NPD said that the combined installed base of the Sony PlayStation 4 and Xbox One beat the combined base of previous generations by 29%. So I suppose they're talking about the 360 and the PS3, and I think that's pretty apparent, because as the generations go on, we lose the stigma that all gamers are nerds and losers and whatever else, and instead we gain the ability to progress further past that, and people just buy game consoles and they want to play video games. So there is an install base there. Instead of it being some fringe hobby, it's more mainstream. So of course more people are going to get into it. And also the PlayStation 3 was pretty terrible, man. It was pretty archaic. It had a unique cell processor. It was difficult to program for. A lot of bad things came out of the PlayStation 3 just due to the simple fact that Sony wanted to go above and beyond and top what they did beforehand. With that said, there are some best-selling games as well. Injustice 2 was the best-selling for May, which is no surprise, followed by Mario Kart 8, and shockingly enough, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still up there as number 3. Now, I just want to point this out, okay? So we had Prey come out. That's a very new game. It's somewhat famous as a very well-known title, but yet it gets beaten out by a video game that was released several years ago. Same with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It gets beat out by a video game released several years ago. Grand Theft Auto 5 is an extremely popular series, but there's other games that are kind of strange on this list as well. Fire Emblem Echoes is on there. They also have Overwatch as the 10th top selling game for May, so I thought that was interesting because Overwatch has been out for a hot minute, and most people that are going to buy Overwatch already have it. Maybe that's for kind of people who maybe wanted to get it on console and they never had it before on console. Maybe they played it at the friends, or maybe it's for someone who was getting it and wanted to shift to PC, because that game has been out for a hot minute and a lot of people already have it. So it does not include data for the digital game sales. So all these figures, I suppose, are only for physical. The overall software dollar sales in May 2017 fell 20% as well, due to the release 1 year ago of both Uncharted 4 and Doom. I'm not sure what they're saying with that. It just seems that there are rises and falls depending on what people want to buy and what people don't want to buy. It's unique to see what ends up selling more. I think it's really great that we're entering in the age where casual gaming is more accepted than it was beforehand. Beforehand, I used to have people in my high school think that it was ridiculous that you play video games. Hey man, it's time to grow up. You put away childish things. Well, here, I've got something for you. I play and do whatever I want. So when you feel excited and happy to go and see that Star Wars film, hey man, you need to put away those childish things. Oh, it's just a movie. No, it's the same way with video games, man. It's just a video game. So if you're gonna take that approach and you're gonna talk smack about people who play video games as being childish, then all those movies and those TV shows you watch that are ridiculously unrealistic scenarios, things like The Walking Dead, like, come on, dude. If that's not childish to entertain a ridiculously unrealistic scenario, then I really don't know what is. There's a nice mid-ground suspension of disbelief that you need to maintain. You need to be able to pick up a controller and play the game no matter what the game is, especially if you have children. If you don't like Mario, it's fine. Don't like it, but pick up the controller and play it with your kid, because it's important for you to have interactivity more so on a level than just sitting down and being a mindless zombie watching whatever there is. If you have no interactivity, no critique, and that you're just being fed, spoon-fed entertainment without actually engaging, what does that make you as an individual? So that's all I have to say about people who like to talk about video games. As we can see, the numbers are producing quite a bit of revenue for individuals, companies, people out there who are developing these video games. People are getting rich and they're becoming billionaires. And I would be shocked if the video game industry is going to go anywhere anytime soon. There very well may be a crash. Indie developers may slow down greatly because of how much trash is being put out on Steam Marketplace as an indie developer. A lot of carbon copy and paste games out there. But with that said, I do still think that it's great that there is more gaming support coming out than there was before. That's about all I have to say for this. I think this is a pretty decent news story. It's really nice boost for anyone out there who was questioning whether or not video games were too childish or not. It's clearly not. There's a lot of adult games out there too. Like I said, Injustice 2 is pretty mature. You wouldn't want your 2 or 3-year-old playing that video game. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about this news story. Leave me a like and share this with all of your video gaming friends and your non-video gaming friends, and let them know, hey man, you know, the PlayStation 4 is selling so well that it's competing with Hollywood blockbuster movies. So check it out. You guys have yourselves a great day. I've been your host, Protomario. I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thanks for watching.